Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is moving down even stronger than I expected. Yeah, so further in the direction of our higher level trend here towards the target area between 20 and 29K. Last video we talked about that we can now expect a small dip. Now I didn't expect it to go down now, but what this essentially just means is that what we had here as wave 5 could just be here somewhere now, so that the wave 5 isn't complete yet and that we are still coming down here further before we see that counter move up, yeah, or that corrective move up. That should still come here. That is what I have to assume by applying the Elliott waves. I basically already had to assume here that we're now going to see a larger move up into this green target area. There was no other way. But it hasn't happened, at least not yet. My view is we were still going to see that larger counter move, that larger correction to the upside, because as soon as the wave 1 is finished, you should see that larger move up in a wave 2 before we then see that wave 3, which is going to come down and is going to rush down. That we go down straight away and that is just going to cut through the 34.4K level here straight away without a larger move up, I don't think that is very likely. That is not how markets would typically behave. We'll see. You know, nobody knows. It's all a game of probabilities anyway. But yeah, good news insofar that we are moving further into the direction of the higher level trend. Personally, the faster that happens, the better. Yeah, I had a few comments of a few people who were a bit frustrated because the price didn't move in the green target box. But to be honest, nobody knows when it's going to get there. And this is only probabilities. And if you are deciding to trade against the higher level trend, yeah, if you are in a downtrend and you go long for a short-term trade, that is of course highly risky. And if you do that, you should know how to use stop losses and how to do risk management. Yeah, because if you don't, then you're gonna be screwed, because you know it is a bit like shorting in a downtrend. Yeah, it's the same thing. Would you really shorting in an uptrend? Would you really short in an uptrend? I wouldn't, because you work against the high level trend. It's much more risky. Here in this case, we are in a downtrend, so why short or why go long in a downtrend? Personally, not nothing I would do really for a short-term trade. The thing is that what we have on the chart here, the wave 1 is the first impulsive move down. The wave 2 would have been, or is still coming, is the corrective wave up. And to go long in a correction is just higher risk, because the impulse, the trend is going down. So you always want to work with the trend. Yeah, you want to trade with the trend. That is one of the basics that you actually learn when trading. The trend is your friend, so why go against the trend? I personally wouldn't do it for short-term speculation here. It's just risky. And if you do it, then make sure you know about your risk management, how to do it. That is very important, because all I can give you here is a momentary snapshot on the chart. Thing is, what we had on the chart here is, of course, this trend line. And when I made the video here, I told you there will be a dip now, yeah, which happened, but it was stronger than I thought, because I wouldn't have expected here now a lower low imminently. I had to expect that we go into this area, but as soon as you then see that trend line break, that is at the latest then when, for example, a stop loss should have been triggered. And therefore, you know, what in the worst case, what do you risk? Maybe 1 to 2% of your capital. That is how you should normally do it. If you don't have a stop loss, that's obviously up to you. But yeah, my view is that we should still that larger move up coming then. So be prepared for that here at some point. At the moment, we're obviously moving down quite impulsively, and that is just working into the direction of our expected target area here. Again, 20 to 29K. As I've been telling you here over the last few days, weeks, months, that we can expect lower prices for Bitcoin, and we have now again made a lower low. Looking at the indicator, so basically what is so interesting is, even though again here what we made here on the 25th of April was just a slightly lower low compared to the previous one, here again a slightly lower low now to the previous one. So 38K seems to be holding at the moment. We had on the chart here the the VPVR before, and we saw that this is a very, very important support line or level. And you can see that we're actually just in the process of cutting through it. That is quite relevant, but at the moment we are just above that support level that we had on the chart as well, the 38.2K level. That is very, very relevant. 38.2 is a relevant level. No, sorry, that was 39.2. No, 38.3. Yeah, we are still above the previous swing low. That is where we are, but we made a lower low, and that yeah, is another step in the right direction where we want the price to go, because we want the price to go lower so that Bitcoin has a chance to complete that correction. Now, it could now be that that wave 5 is now finished. At some point we are going to see here that move up. At the moment though, we don't see any sign of a reversal yet in the chart. When I make this video, there is no reversal pattern or anything that I can see. Actually, rather, we are coming down very, very impulsively. So again, making a lower low is again a sign of a continuation of the downtrend. So there was a sign here of an uptrend, but when is a structure really broken? It is only broken when you make a higher high and a higher low. That could have taken us then higher here. At the moment, we can't see that yet. Yeah, therefore, I have now primarily to expect that we are going down a little bit further. And when I showed you yesterday the Fibonacci extension, so we came obviously down here in that wave 1, 2, showed you here those Fib extensions. Just make sure that I do it here as accurately as I can. So yesterday we came obviously here to the 2.382 Fib level already. Now we are again at that level around 38K. So this is obviously a very, very important support level. The next target, if we break it, would be the 2.618 Fib extension. I think one of the viewers also said in the comments he would actually expect the price to go to the 2.618. Fair enough. All in the realm of a possible wave 5. That would be the next target if we break the 38K, that 37.1K level, where again then here the price has a chance to complete that 5th wave and the larger wave 1 before we are then going to see that larger correction up. That is what I have to expect, but of course it can only be a current picture of the market. It's currently going very, very it's a very volatile market at the moment. Again, it's getting more interesting now that we finally broke out of that channel here to the downside, and we're working our way on the roadmap towards the target area, where then finally when we're finally there, I'll be a happy person. Hopefully we'll get there, because it would be the best. It would be the best for the chart, and I know a lot of the viewers here of the community would be very happy as well. And overall, hopefully, it has already saved quite a lot of people some money, because we've been talking about these price levels here since end of November. And yeah, so we are going in the right direction. What is really important is that next key support. So I'm not talking about a 37K or whatever, really talking about a massive support and very important one that is here at that 34.3, 34.4K level. If we break below that, then we are really not far away from that target area anymore. But bear in mind, the market is always moving in waves. So there is obviously here the highly likely opportunity that we do here this wave 1, now maybe finish, then go up in that wave 2, then down in the wave 3. There will be another correction, and then down in the wave 5. And the problem is trading, going long here against the trend. If you want to do it, it's your decision. But going long short term in a short term trade against the trend is just typically exactly the opposite of what you normally learn when you do trading. You would normally not trade against the trend, and if you do it, you need to know what you're doing. Make sure you use a stop loss so that you don't get your fingers burned. And at the moment, we just have to assume that we are in this downtrend. Yeah, and a move up is always part of a downtrend as well. It is a corrective wave. Yeah, you normally always want to trade in the direction of the higher level trend, into the direction of an impulse. Good, and that is my view here about Bitcoin. Currently all going according to plan on the roadmap to that 20 to 29K level. And short term, very volatile. You need to be aware of that. And but this, you know, obviously it's going down further into the direction of that high level trend. And if we see a little bit of a move up, a little bit of a move down, something unexpected happens, that has absolutely no impact on the direction of our higher level target and higher level forecast. Okay, that's my view on Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.